Claire Hayes of clairephayes.com and tap into your power. So why power and why tapping, EFT tapping? Well, I believe that the time really is here for a new paradigm of power, a new relationship to power. The old aspect of power based on male patriarchy clearly isn't working. That model based on coercion, on control, on difference, on being better than, of being needing to do this in order to take power, that is not working for us, for each other, and for the world. You know that. I know you know that. So we need a new paradigm from power. You know, I used to not want to use the word power. I didn't even like empowered. I had too much of that old coercive control understanding of power. No, let's own a new power, a power based on love, power based on wisdom, power based on relationships, right relationship to ourselves, to others, and to the world. And in that way, we can create an interwoven web of beauty, which allows each person to stand in their power, but also truly and deeply respects relationship. So how do we get to that? Now, many tools. And my main modality of choice is EFT tapping. Now, EFT tapping is a modality created by Gary Craig. You can learn all about it from me and from YouTube, from all sorts of sources. But essentially, it's a modality in which we clear the shadow side in order to release the light, in order to then create and build on that light. You know, so many people want to jump straight to the light. I am love, I am light, it's all lovely, the kind of little dancing fairies everywhere. That's all great, but we have the shadow side, all of us. We're human. We have limiting beliefs. It's so easy to hold on to anger, to become a victim, to blame. And in order to stand in our power, my power, your power, it is vital to look at the shadow side. I have a visual aid. I recently bought this in honour of one of my mentors, the lovely Lindsay Para, who loves this shape as the infinity symbol. And it also was used in my training with the life training as when we are full of the rubbish stuff, yeah, it's held in place by fear. Then, of course, as soon as I turn this over, it's going to flow. But like when it's stuck on one side, we can't access the other side. We need a fluidity. We need to be able to clear the shadow side in order to fill the shiny, the light side. And the reality is that all of us, most of the time, are somewhere on this spectrum. We're some light, we're some shadow. We need the shadow to show us the light. So my understanding of creating power is to use EFT tapping to clear gently, profoundly, deeply the shadow sides so that our light side may shine more clearly. Now, in future episodes, I'm going to go a lot more into detail, but this is the container with which I'm working. So let's just finish, let's wrap up with a tapping round, which you can do along with me to do with the big subject of power. And just follow along. Even though I don't feel powerful, I love and respect myself. Even though there are some areas in my life I don't have power, I don't have control. Of course not. So much is unknowable. I love and accept myself, even though I'm not standing in my power. I'd love to be closer to that, so that I might be in the best relationship to the world as possible. I love and accept myself. This lack of power, this desire, it's all good. Ready to work on my shadow side. Ready to look in the nooks and crannies. Ready to release the stories from the past. Ready to take my place. Under the arm point, ready to step into my power. Liver point beneath the breast tissue, ready to step into my power. Now that's just one round, just to give you a glimpse of how to use EFT tapping. We're going to go into that a lot more deeply, but the tip and the what I would like you, if you so desire, what I suggest for you to do as we begin to delve into this relationship of power and EFT tapping is, in a gentle way, because this can be a bit overwhelming, yeah, in a gentle way, look at the places in which you don't feel power at the moment. Is it with global warming? Is it with the fact that your young son never puts his shoes on in time for you to get out of the door in the morning? Is it in your closest relationship? Is it with Monsanto? There are going to be many places in which you don't feel powerful, and that's okay. What doesn't work is when you and I get stuck in the place of not being powerful. So let's just start with that investigation. Where do you not feel powerful? And maybe where do you feel powerful? Where can you own your beauty and your pride? So that's a lot to take on. So just know that it's all workable, it's all tappable. We are building a new paradigm of power. Thank you so much for being with me today, and I look forward to being with you next time. Thank you so much. Goodbye.